just continue to play on our toes. Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Well, George, New Orleans got it down to 2, but a 22-10 close by the Lakers to finish the third. A turnover on the first possession of the fourth, and James, will they count it? It should be continuation and count the basket.
He never puts the basketball back down, though. It's tough.
Third on McCollum. Lakers by 14. Final game for both teams before the All-Star break. Both will play next Thursday. The Pelicans at Toronto. The Lakers against the Warriors. Here's James attacking the rim and getting another layup. Very aggressive.
Attack whether it's transition or half court.
Great play defensively. James getting the block. Goes behind his back. Stripped by McCollum. Going to stay with the Lakers. Going and then just got thrown out in just his second game as a member of the Pelicans.
Josh Richardson upset. Felt like there was a lot of contact on the previous possession for the Pels. Let his feelings be known.
Schroeder will shoot the technicals. So Josh Richardson's All-Star break will start 10 minutes and 52 seconds early.
We talk about the inconsistency of the Lakers. Well, if you're the Pels, the same story goes for you. Night in and night out. It's been disappointing. They win 4, they lose 4. They get hot, they get cold. And frustration plays a key part also. As Josh Richardson upset about the non-call.
Well, you talk about teams being inconsistent in that 4 to 13 range of the West. There's only 5 games that separate 4th from 13th. Oh, LeBron James, beautiful move with the step through, putting on. He's not your average, ordinary 38-year-old, though.
You're right.
He's 18 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Bamba with the look underneath. And
8 years old, 20 seasons in, against an elite perimeter defender. Has his way.
Who's 24 years old.
What a calming effect for Darvin Ham. Lead slipping away, the ability to look down the end of the bench and call on the all-time leading scorer in the history of this game to calm things down.
Mark, how beneficial is it for Darvin Ham when you have a player like LeBron James, when you basically change
their weaknesses and what they bring to the table, and he's ready to win with them?
Valanciunas with the putback. Let's check in with George for more.
Dave, Mark, you may remember back in 2018 in Cleveland, that happened there as well, where they had Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose.
And then Ingram and C.J. McCollum not out of it. Down 16, 9.5 to go. They already came back once tonight from 15 down. Now they got a 20-point deficit they got to try to overcome. They cut into it a little bit. Here's Ingram. And the 3 is good with about a second on the shot clock. Ingram's got 23, 15 since intermission. James gets the pass, gets fouled, and count the basket. 3-point opportunity. James with his 37th consecutive 20-point game, the longest for the Lakers in 2 decades.
He's done an outstanding job tonight moving without the basketball. Look at this cut. That's young LeBron. And an outstanding delivery from Austin Reed.
Shoot the free throw.
You think he'd been on a minutes restriction in the All-Star game?
Michael Malone, he might play him the whole game.
That'd be brilliant coaching.
Right. Let's see. He needs to be in. Oh, just hard to not say that he's the favorite right now to win a 3rd straight MVP.
In the discussion, and it's a couple of guys, a handful of guys have an incredible season, but he is not just a guy that's possibly a 3-time MVP. He's an all-time great.
Herb Jones with the basket and averaging a triple-double. And in the last 2 years, he won it, and his team was good, but not the best. Right now, his team is the best in the West. But it will be interesting with some of the moves made, what happens over the final 20 games with some of these teams like Phoenix and how that could impact voters. James with a cross-court feed to Reeves, and fouled by McMillan. all year, but especially during this 11-game win streak. Davis offensive rebound, got the putback and a foul. 21 points for Davis and a chance at a three-point play.
Well, I'll be honest, seriously, I'm at home like, what are we doing? Don't get mad at me, Giannis. Dave Pash put that graphic together. No.
Foul on Valanciunas is his third. Davis just 1 for 4 at the line. I did vote for Embiid last year. I know he was upset with a lot of people that didn't, but and he pointed that out to those people.
He talked to you?
No, because I voted for him, so he wasn't mad at me.
Oh, he knew which way you voted?
He knew it, the ones that didn't. As Ingram, he might call an offensive foul on him. Yep, that's 5 on Brandon Ingram.
Clear contact with the elbow on the drive move against Vanderbilt.
Yep, got Vanderbilt upstairs. Boy, talk a lot about the additions that the Lakers made to help their shooting. But, man, Jared Vanderbilt, to have a guy that can get you some offense and rebounding, but primarily to be a lockdown defender, takes a lot of pressure off of their offensive stars. Here's James driving. Vanderbilt with 5 to shoot. Schroeder for a 3. That's good. And the lead is back to 20.
What a statement.
13 at home, 10 on the road, just 5 against the East. 18 against the West as Jones connects on the 3. They still have to play the Suns a couple times. Oklahoma City a couple times. Dallas as well, twice more. One more game against the Clippers. Another game against New Orleans and Golden State. 2 more, in fact, against the Warriors. So all the teams that they're battling with to try to get into the 487 over the Pelicans. LeBron James, 29 minutes played. They wanted him to play only 30s right at 29. They're hoping he doesn't have to come back in as Davis gets to the break. Is against Golden State next Thursday. Here's Beasley from deep. No. McCollum tracks down the loose ball. McCollum with the floater. Couldn't get that one. Vanderbilt hits the deck but secures the rebound. D'Angelo Russell.
And conversely, if I'm Darvin Ham, my discussion with my team, if we finish off as let's make sure you're getting your work in and we come back with our foot on the gas pedal after the All-Star break.
Ingram gets the bounce. 25 points for him. He'll get an opportunity to rest. But you wonder about this New Orleans team without Zion Williamson. We don't know when he's going to return, if he's going to return in the regular season. They were able to get into the playoffs last year with basically this group. But we just showed you, over the last now 23 games, they're going to be 7-16.
They've got to get healthy, and they've got to be committed defensively. Willie Green is basically begging them to compete and defend consistently, and you don't want to be in that position as a coach.
And if you look at them last year, great tipping by Vanderbilt. He didn't have to ask him at all to defend because that was their hallmark, which got them into the postseason. And they played a great series against Phoenix in the first round.
And I tell you what, with almost 4 minutes to go in this ball game, if I'm Darvin Ham, I'm seriously considering getting Anthony Davis out of this ball game. Let's make sure he's healthy and whole going into the All-Star break.
Yeah, he was listed as probable tonight, right foot stress injury. That's the same foot that's been bothering him throughout the year and cost him 21 games. Missed 42 games last year, 36 in 2021. He's had a great night tonight, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a couple blocks. And a timeout called by Willie Green. And that might be it for AD with the Lakers on their way to a...
And then you got to be able to do it in between the lines. Look at the playmaking ability with the vision. It ain't no fun if I don't have none. LeBron James can also score with the best of them.
Finishes with 21 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. They wanted him to play right around 30 minutes tonight in his first game back after the 27-32 with 23 games remaining. And at 32 losses, they are 2 games out of the play-in tournament. 4 games out of 5th and 5 games out of 4th. But the problem is you can't make up the losses. And so for the Lakers to make a real serious run at getting into the play-in tournament, you have to think 15-8, 16-7, something like that. In their final 20. There's Lonnie Walker, who is now out of the rotation. Acting
well.
Kyra Lewis misses. Bamba with the rebound. And Darvin Ham said, it's tough to go 10 deep, and that he accomplished that in the first quarter as Walker scores.
Approach. I've seen guys in this league after starting and playing well go to the bench and come in.
Because it's your getaway game as well. You've been grinding away, studying film, reading all the clips while Jeff's eating sushi 3 times a day in San Francisco. Fairness, you both close very strong heading into the break.
Thank you.
Davon Reed on the floor. He was another player that was involved in a trade, and we didn't get a chance to touch on this. I'm curious your thoughts. Reed was dealt for Thomas Bryant as Jackson.
Understanding that they had probably a deal with Mo Bamba. So was there room for 2 bigs, including Quentin Gabriel, who's been playing well for them? And I think the Denver mentality is you got a guy that's proven, that is playing well, and can back up Joker and also play along with side of him. So to me, it helped the Denver Nuggets talent for talent.
And Denver has the best record in the West and a game back of Boston in the loss column for the best record in the NBA. Got a few games tomorrow night, couple on TNT. These are the last game break. New Orleans will fall to 30-29. So again, they'll be in that group of teams, handful of teams with 29 losses. Final minute here in LA. Don't forget Scott Van Pelt coming up next. Tiger Woods back. NBA highlights, parade in Kansas City, and much more coming up. Sports Center with SVP. Kyra Lewis driving, good defense. And then a foul called on Gabriel. Lakers never trailed. They had a back to 500 at home. And again, for the Pelicans, looking at their remaining 23 games, 12 of them are on the road, and they have not been very good on the road this year, 10-19. But you wonder, with Zion Williamson's return very much in question in terms of when and if, can they hang on? They'll get a little bit of a break and resume next kickoff the post All-Star break schedule against Golden State. They win tonight.